you ain't got what it takes to do it like me. Get your head up in the game or you can sightsee. Waiting for a handout, this ain't that right league. Spend so much time out here balling, it's my wifey. These are what I live, I breathe, I sleep, my dreams are lavish. Went from check to check to check the balance. I press, I bet you flop, you all theatric. I'm mostly savage, gambling, take advantage. I'm here to ball while you call off work. When that top jump back, what I call off vert. Before I hit my context, check my call off first. See if I can make a play to get it all off merge. Woo! Let an animal loose. My separation off finesse, I'm just preparing to shoot. Or I can put you on some skates, breaking ankles and news, saying this is what they pay.
Welcome to BMO Harris Bradley Center. We are in Milwaukee, the home of the Milwaukee Bucks. And we're bringing it to you live here on 2K Sports. For the Portland Trail Blazers, they come into tonight's game after the loss to the Timberwolves. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Griffin is out there with Omer Asik. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then there's Bledsoe. And it's Pierce in the small forward position.
Trailblazers foul.
The Milwaukee Bucks ended last season 41 up and 41 down. A perfect 500 mark, and they were the epitome, Clark, of average at the end of the season. And as you can see, even during it.
Well, they're a young team, but at one point, 17-17. Also had an 11-11 record against the East and 6-6 against the West.
Kicks it out to Lillard. Three-pointer. Monroe, no good. Bledsoe against Williams. Right side, Butler. The rebound by the Bucks.
And the Bucks were average last season. I mean, they were 17-17. Also 7-7 at home, 10-10 on the road, 5-5 in the games leading up to that. So in every measurable way, they were 500.
And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession.
You can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
Now here's Bledsoe. Shot clock at 5. It's Butler that time on the assist from Eric Bledsoe.
You know, just thinking back to that Milwaukee factoid again, I mean, the odds that we'll ever see something like that happen again are minuscule. I mean, that team was just destined to end up 41-41.
And here are the Blazers. Screen by Asik. It's Pierce on the wing. He's looking for Griffin and finds him. The kick outside to Butler. Griffin sets the screen for Bledsoe. Griffin attacking. He took good advantage of that screen. Griffin's got his first basket of the night.
Well, I like the way they're sharing the ball, and Bledsoe right in the middle of spreading it around.
They set the pick. Williams kicks to Monroe. Some solid defense from Butler.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense did give up on that play and cut him off.
Screen by Asik. Left side Pierce. All sorts of time. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They gotta find something, you're right.
That's his first personal foul.
Boy, Chris Anderson, certainly one of the more colorful players we have in the league. Kind of took over where Dennis Rodman left off. A high-energy forward who can rebound and defend, and he's got a tattoo parlor going on, too.
And so he hits both. And talking about Chris Anderson, he was actually out of the league for a couple years, reinstated back in 2008, and apparently the time off helped. He finished second in the league in blocked shots going back to that season.
And Kevin, the thing I remember most about Chris Anderson, the 2005 NBA Slam Dunk Contest, he unsuccessfully tried the same dunk 8 times. Count them, 8.
Oh, and the jam by Butler.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up. And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Outside Pierce. Passes to Butler. Monroe against Griffin. The shot is off. Good work defensively by Monroe. Bucks trail by 3. And there's the pass to Ariza. And the jam by Craig Monroe.
And he bangs down the one-hander.
2 very easy points right there for sure.
He'll take.
Wow.
Oh, going vertical and get nasty on that one.
That slam, Greg, was one to behold. We'll remember that, baby.
Boy, I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. I mean, that's high-level entertainment right there.
Trailblazers leading by 3. Bledsoe kicks to Griffin. Shoots from 12. The shot no good. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Lillard outside. Ariza outside. Nobody near Williams. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Bledsoe against Ariza. Bledsoe kicks to Butler. And the wide open shot from Griffin. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. And that's now 6 points for Blake Griffin.
Really impressed with the way Jimmy Butler last season made big strides in his game, going from a supporting role player to someone you can build your team around.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. And Jimmy Butler had the career highs across the board last season. Won the Most Improved Player of the Year award. Really picking up his production in his 4th season.
You know, we had seen the flashes of potential in Butler before. Last season, he sustained great play and really took everything to the next level.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Leonard, he's checked in for Usher. And Stevenson comes in for Paul Pierce. And Jameer Nelson is subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Parker drives in. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
That kind of power move has become a trademark of his.
Now, here is Nelson. They set the pick. The dish now to Butler. He feeds it to Griffin. Leonard, no luck. Bucks trail by 3. Pass to Ingles. Tries again. And Griffin sends it back. Butler dishes to Griffin. The 11-footer. dunks it down.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Dishes it to Ingles. Lets it go with the three. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Leonard sets a screen for Butler. Launches a three. And it's Leonard again missing. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by.
Make it two hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was ultra safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be. Remove all doubt on that attack.
Hezonja, he's checked in for Lance Stevenson.
A little bit of a magic act here, pulling off the Houdini to make that catch and slam.
Stupendous alley-oop.
I think the crowd is still stunned by that one.
Ingles kicks to Parker. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. Well, for Jabari Parker in his rookie year, not the kind of NBA career start that he wanted. Played great. Was probably the rookie of the year up until the time he was injured, blowing the knee and cutting his season short.
A great call. He definitely would have had a great chance. Really just made a transition seamlessly. Very efficient as a rookie before that injury, but which was a really tough thing to watch for anyone as he was showing so much promise early on in his career.
Nelson, the pass to Hezonja. He kicks it to Landry. Shot left block. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And the Trailblazers lead by 2. Plumlee with the screen. It's Parker with the drive.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
And, guys, it was a terrific understanding between teammates that made that possible. They really did read each other well there.
Butler dishes to Leonard. Pass to Hezonja. Here's Butler. Lets it fly. No good. And Milwaukee the other way now. Here's Larkin. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's on Carl Landry. And Jabari Parker is a rookie, drafted number 2 overall behind Andrew Wiggins. Clark, there was much debate about which of these players, which of these prospects would be better NBA players. What do you think?
Well, I think both showed they're very capable of being stars in the league. Parker got off to a great start, averaging 30 minutes a game until, unfortunately, he had the ACL injury. And Wiggins, conversely, went on to have a big-time season, winning Rookie of the Year.
And Portland making a change here. Stevenson's checked in. Nelson kicks to Leonard. Passes it to Hezonja. In the corner, it's Stevenson. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Stevenson's got it all tied up now for the Trailblazers.
And when you compare Wiggins and Parker, really 2 different types of players. I mean, Wiggins has that unmatchable athleticism. Parker beats you with an incredible skill and passion. Also, tremendous maturity for such a young player.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
That's his second personal foul.
And, you know, going back to Parker versus Wiggins, guys, I mean, that debate could last a long time. Both guys have the look of perennial all-stars. It could be the number of championship rings that ultimately separates them.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Omer Asher, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Pierce comes in for Hezonja. The first one falls.
And for the past few seasons, Portland's bench has really been their Achilles heel. I mean, last year they showed some improvement. The reserves play stole a game for them on more than one occasion, but still wouldn't be considered a strength.
And for Portland, the bench still wasn't leaned on heavily for minutes. Greg was just talking about that, but they were in the top 5, Clark, in scoring efficiency, and they shot 45% from the floor on the year.
And what was a weakness for them in 14 was a strength for them in 15. And actually, they were their best down the stretch of last season.
To the paint. Here's Hasek. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Nelson, no one around him. And they cash in right away with the quick shot.
Guys, you know, you're not going to hit that shot too often. That's high risk.
They set the pick. Here's Young. Can't cash in from close range. Nelson, the pass to Pierce. Baseline jumper. And that one goes long.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Here's Larkin. Here's Ingles. That one's good from the corner. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Trailblazers lead by 3. And we'll get going after this from the BMO Harris Bradley Center. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance here, boys, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
I just really like what we're seeing from a defensive standpoint, forcing a lot of turnovers with those quick hands.
Yeah, those active hands, Greg, have produced a number of steals early. They've been very aggressive.
Young is up there with Larkin. Then it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Ingles in the 3 spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
Nelson outside. Screen by Asher. Pierce. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
When you're talking about the greatest clutch players ever, that list needs to include Paul Pierce. I mean, he slowed down a bit, no doubt, but don't let that fool you. If you give him any kind of look at the end of the game, he'll cut your heart out.
Looking back at Paul Pierce's career, Clark, so many game winners, none more impressive than his jumper over Dwayne Wade in the first round of the 2010 playoffs.
Yeah, you know, Shaq nicknamed him the Truth for good reason. I mean, Pierce grew up in L.A. and reportedly dreamed of playing with the Lakers. Ironic that he instead became one of the Celtics' all-time greats.
Stevenson drives in. Asik with it. Now Monroe defending. Nelson, no luck. Lillard outside. Kicks to Anderson. Landry grabs the miss. Trailblazers leading by 3. In the corner, it's Stevenson. And stolen by Lillard. The feed to Ariza. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Asik.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job. Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Here's Landry. Lays it up and banks it in. Landry's got his second bucket of the night.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Lillard outside. Feeds it to Monroe. And he goes in for the dunk. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Screen by Asik. Landry dishes to Nelson. It's Pierce on the wing. That is good.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Now Williams. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. It's Ariza on the wing. There's a screen. He got right to the cup using that screen. And the Bucks lead by 1.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Rebound by Monroe. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. It's tipped. Here's Ariza. Puts it up from 7. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
And Jason Kidd has seen a lot of things in his first few years of coaching. Already changed teams once, and they had some personnel issues, but you cannot deny that he knows how to get the most out of his team.
On offense, here are the Bucks. They're on a 13-5 run here. And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play. Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Lillard with it. Here's the screen. Anderson kicks to Williams. Jacks up a three. And it's Portland with the rebound. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
You always want a player to have his head up and to be surveying the court, but not if that's going to be the result.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Miles Plumlee's checked in for Anderson. Jabari Parker comes in for Monroe. Joe Ingles is checked in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Richardson in for Lou Williams.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be, he's not making that one.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Lillard outside. Again, the miss by Lillard.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Left side, Griffin. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Richardson, that's a two-pointer. And the Bucks miss again. Griffin with it. Now guarded by Plumlee. Back to Bledsoe. There's Azania. He's guarded by Plumlee. Knocked loose. Parker left side. And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Griffin. Larkin, he's checked in for Milwaukee.
Checking in for Milwaukee.
Well, Milwaukee last year became just the 9th team in NBA history to go from Greg being the worst in the league to a playoff team.
Unbelievable what they accomplished. And they had a tough matchup in the first round with the playoff season Bulls, however. Things didn't go well, but they did get some valuable experience from that effort.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
Well, as you said, guys, I mean, the Bucks struggled early in their series against the Bulls, but they got the momentum and forced a Game 6, but then were blown out at home to end the series. Ended up losing by 54. That's right, 54. Wow.
Luigi Tome's checked in for Joe Ingles. Bucks have gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second.
And as you said, the Bucks lost on their home floor. One thing about that series is the Bucks introduced their new logo. They gave away free playoff tickets to anyone that turned in their old red gear. Not a bad deal in my book.
Here's Griffin. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Griffin's got 10 points.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
Well, neck and neck. How about that? I mean, ferociously competitive. I mean, tight as me in an airplane bathroom.
That's not the visual I was looking for right now, but there have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Eric Bledsoe.
And the thing about Eric Bledsoe, he's an absolutely terrific athlete, insane athletic ability, his speed with the ball, especially Greg in the open court. Remarkable.
Yeah, and when he gets a full head of steam, look out. He goes beast mode, if you will, on the basketball floor. He really, truly is like a running back in the open field.
And the dunk by Parker. Portland trailing here. Here's Griffin. Ball stolen. Walker against Bledsoe. Here's Larkin. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts. Trailblazers trailed by 4. There's the pass to Griffin. They double-team Griffin. Back to Bledsoe. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Tell you what, guys, it was a bit of a mixed bag for Eric Bledsoe last season. Average career highs in rebounds and assists. Those were the good parts. But for some reason, the field goal and three-point percentages dropped 30-plus points.
And talking about Eric Bledsoe, he took on a lot more responsibility last season, Greg, especially after the trades in Phoenix. He became the main focal point of their offense.
And you know what? It was his first year of kind of being the man. Signed the big contract coming into the season, and now there's a responsibility that goes with being the go-to guy. Eric has the talent to shine, though, in that role.
There's the triple. Larkin can't get it to go. For Portland, they've gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. And it's Bledsoe. That time on the assist by Leonard. And it's 9 points for Eric Bledsoe.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
Motley's off the pick and hammers it home.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Perfectly designed and perfectly executed.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for the Bucks. Here's Griffin. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Griffin's got 4 points in the quarter.
It's a tight one. Neither team really able to create any separation.
We've been going back and forth, partner. It's been really, really tight so far.
And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Bledsoe's got the ball.
Yes.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
We've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Larkin, the pass to Ariza. Wing shot on the way. That's no good. It's his second miss. He's made 4.
You know, Jimmy Butler is one of those guys who had to overcome major odds just to get to the NBA. Reportedly, his father abandoned the family when Jimmy was an infant. Mom kicked Jimmy out when he was 13. The obstacles and adversity go on and on, yet he's made it and made it big.
Now a timeout called by Portland. A different look from Milwaukee. Greg Monroe, he's checked in for Jabari Parker. Joe Ingles comes in for Trevor Ariza. And Lewis Williams subbed in for Shane Larkin. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Omer Ashe, he's checked in for Myers Leonard. Landry comes in for Blake Griffin. And Stevenson's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And Jameer Nelson is subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. And going back to Jimmy Butler, there were just so many times when he was set up to fail. He was not heavily recruited out of high school. He was even homeless when he was in high school in the Houston area. Went to a junior college, then Marquette, now in the NBA. So he played his freshman year at a junior college, which I think humbled him just a bit, but maybe gave him that work ethic that is so much, Greg, a part of his game now.
And Kevin, the talent was there. And most of all, as we see how he dealt with adversity, the heart was there. He blocked out the distractions and finally transferred to a major college and worked his way into becoming a first-round pick. Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, might as well make those adjustments right away.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. Here's Azania. That's good, and it's Stevenson with the assist. Stevenson's got 3 assists now in this one. From deep, Williams. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so we wrap up the first half. Portland out in front, up 6.
Come on, Bradley. You better get it.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. You look at Blake Griffin in this game. He's been everywhere.
Just a dominating performance in the post by him so far. Just tearing them to shreds when he gets it inside.
Yeah, and getting it to him is the only hard part, fellas. I mean, once he has it, he's automatic. Forget about it. He can do work down there.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third.
Griffin just having a terrific game. He has 12 points, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
You know what? The number is not huge, but he has been doing some valuable defensive work for them.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Portland, we've got Hezonja. And Stevenson is out there with Nelson. Then there's Carl Landry. And it's Asik in the center position. And guys, Blake Griffin has got to be one of the more humble stars in the league. You rarely hear about off-court issues in interviews. He was engaging and comes off kind of as a regular guy.
That's the way it appears to me, Kevin. The young man has his head screwed on pretty tight and both feet on the ground. He started out as a class act, and he stayed one.
Whoa, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And talking about Blake Griffin, one of the more well-liked players in our league, but also one of the most teed-up players, top 5 in the league for the past 4 seasons. He's been ejected from several games as well.
That's his third personal foul.
And, you know, getting back to Griffin, it's hard to stay grounded in this league. All the money, endorsements, ad campaigns, commercials, and so forth, that stuff can take you off track. But I think he's going to be grounded and maintain his focus going forward.
And, guys, what I like about Damian Lillard, very decisive with the ball in his hands, always in attack mode. He keeps it hopping, and he has a killer instinct in the clutch.
Butler on the way.
Jimmy Butler.
Shoots. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. 9 points for Butler.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
And for Lillard, he keeps the ball moving, as Greg was talking about. Clark, he keeps his teammates involved.
Very proficient in the pick and roll, understands the nuances of looking at weak side defenders and getting to the free throw lane for the roll man. He knows all the tricks to make that pick and roll really successful. Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Milwaukee, no good that time either.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Outside Griffin. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That's on Chris Anderson.
And you see the way Blake Griffin plays. He is a force. Very hard to contain him when he gets in close just due to his strength and activity.
For Griffin and his ability to create contact close, he's been called a bull in a china shop, something that I think Clarkie embraces.
Yeah, I think he'd rather be the bull than the china in that situation because of his strength and physicality. And I think that's the right mentality to have as a power forward.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
The dish to Anderson. Looking to end the run. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
Shooting for Milwaukee.
As magical as the 2014 playoffs were for the Blazers, remember they beat Houston in that first round, that great shot by Lillard late to win it and move on. 2015, not as much. You know, Greg, they drew a very tough Memphis team, as you recall, in the first round.
Yeah, you often talk about styles making fights. Very similar in this series. They would go on to drop the first 3 games before being bounced, but still a good showing for a team that struggled mightily down the stretch with injuries.
And he gets the bucket.
Eric Bledsoe.
Griffin's got the lead up to 14 now for the Trailblazers.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
And Lillard kicks to Monroe. And it falls over the rim and in. Monroe's got 10 points in the game.
And, you know, just as you said, Portland didn't have enough to get by the Grizzlies in the first round. Ended up losing in 5 after taking 1 game, and that was game 4. Just had a hard time breaking down the Memphis defense.
Just 5 on the clock. That shot by Griffin, no good. Bucks trail by 12. And Lillard gets to Ariza. And it's Portland with the rebound. Asik's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Now, another loss for the Blazers when they were the 4 seed, as you mentioned. As a franchise, they have lost in the first round every time they have ended up as the 4 seed. Not exactly a good position for them to be in.
There's the pick. And Lillard gets to Ariza. Jumper off the screen. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Butler in the corner. And they double up Butler. Here's Pierce. Rebound, Milwaukee. Anderson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. The lead now cut to single digits. Williams has got his second basket of the night.
Good job threading that pass into the lane. I like his vision, guys. He sees everything.
And stolen by Ariza. Here's Lillard. Makes it off the glass. Lillard's got 4 points in the quarter. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Bucks.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Over in the corner, Williams. Good on the 3-point shot. Williams has got his third basket of the night right there.
And you can sense things now starting to tighten up. Their offense has become unstoppable.
And, Greg, I'm not quite sure why it took them as long as it did to finally get things going, but as we always say, better late than never.
Bucks trailed by 8. Here is Lillard. He's got 8. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Williams dishes to Lillard. Monroe left side. And Ashik sends it back. Wow! And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Both teams will make substitutions. Here's Larkin. He has 5. 3 on the clock. Here's Ingles. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Pass to Butler. Parker with the steal. Here's Ingles. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Ingles has got 8 points.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done. And I think everyone knew the Bucks would be much improved last season, but to see the jump into the middle of the playoff picture, I think that took everybody by surprise.
And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Nelson's checked in for Eric Bledsoe.
Jameer Nelson.
Here's Larkin. Guarded by Nelson. Larkin, the pass to Richardson. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Richardson's got his first bucket of the night. Nelson outside. Goes up on the wing. Bucks trailed by 5. And Parker, here we go. That's good. Parker's got 12.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Leonard kicks to Butler. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Leonard. Nelson, no luck. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Dishes it to Richardson. There's the pick. And that one's good. Parker.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Cannot be happy with how things have gone during this run. I think it's a good decision to take a break.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he had to do something. They're getting buffaloed and beat up. He couldn't let that continue. He had to call the timeout there.
And Stevenson's checked in for the Trailblazers. Portland leading. Stolen. Larkin kicks to Ingles. Parker with a clean look. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Down low. Here's Landry. And the powerful one-handed slam.
solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Here's Parker. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Lets it go from deep. The shot is off. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. They host the Clippers after this game. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Pass to Larkin. For 3, Richardson. Good D by Stevenson. Nelson outside. Baseline J on the way. Landry no good. Bucks trail by 3. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Richardson, good.
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup.
Leonard with this screen on Richardson. Nobody near Stevenson. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And the Trailblazers lead by 2. Here's Larkin. Guarded by Nelson. Here's Parker. Landry grabs the miss.
My goodness, how about that miss? I mean, that's 2 easy points that they just given away.
Nelson outside. Here's Azania. Got it from 16 feet. Azania's got 9 points.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
And we've reached the end of the 3rd. Trailblazers lead by 4. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The 4th quarter of action getting started. For the Milwaukee Bucks, they come in off the loss to New York. We've got Richardson. Jabari Parker is up there with Miles Plumlee. Then there's Shane Larkin. And it's Ingles in the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. And here's the fast break. Here's Nelson. That's good, and it's Stevenson with the assist. Stevenson's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Trailblazers?
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Leonard dishes to Stevenson. From outside the arc, Bucks trail by 6. Passes to Ingles. Here's the 3. And that is good.
First 3 of the half, 2nd of the game. Can he heat up?
Kicks it to Pierce. And it's Stevenson, top of the key. Clock at 6. The shot from the low post is good. And the Trailblazers lead by 5.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
A different look for Milwaukee. And guys, Myers Leonard really showing signs of progress in last season. Huge steps forward for the big man.
And you know, progress is all about confidence with young players. I mean, his shooting percentages were remarkable when you look at the fact that 50, 40, 90, 50%, 40%, 90% for a 7-footer, unheard of, and he's in that neighborhood.
Pierce with a wide open look. That falls. Nice feed that time from Stevenson. Stevenson's got 5 assists in the game. Lillard with no one around. They need this. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Lou Williams. The feed to Leonard. He dishes it to Nelson. Leonard with this screen on Lillard. Nelson kicks to Leonard. His 3-pointers off the mark.
You know, I think Myers Leonard really finding his niche as a stretch big man. And I think with his size and athleticism, the Blazers had envisioned him making his mark in the paint. But the way he's shooting, though, that they're not going to complain nor try to limit his impact on the game.
Nelson kicks to Stevenson. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Kicks it out to Lillard. Again, the miss by Lillard.
And you know, his teammates, Leonard's teammates, encouraged him to just let it fly. So much of the NBA game is confidence, and he's having success putting the ball in the basket, and I think he has a chance to be a very good player.
Here's the screen. Stevenson. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
Last season, Portland won the Northwest Division and had a good year, certainly, but they had some issues when they were the away team on the road and away from the Rose Garden. They had some problems.
Yeah, actually played under 500 on the road, Kevin. Something you rarely see out of a team that wins 51 games.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
And as you said with the Blazers, they were the only team to win 50 games and still lose more than they won on the road. Last team to do that was the 2013 Denver Nuggets.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hi, Kevin. Jason Kidd was just going over the plan with his team. He is not pleased with the score and implored them to try to make a push right now, saying, "We don't have time, fellas. If we can't make a dent soon, I'll have to pull the plug." Pretty blunt, Kevin. Back to you.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Omer Asher, he's checked in for Leonard. Griffin comes in for Carl Landry. And it's Hezonja in for Paul Pierce.
Major league big boy throwdown right there.
And he keeps a tight grip on that rim after the finish.
Yeah, maybe that'll give them a little bit of that swagger that they seem to have lost.
And we saw a similar first-round exit for the Blazers of that 2013 Nuggets team. If the Blazers want to go deeper this season, they'll need to be much tougher on the road.
And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
What a game for Parker. He's got 16 points, and he's managed to get 4 of his points by way of the free throw line.
And Clark, that might not make the highlight reel, but those are important points nonetheless.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Hezonja. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for Nelson. Bledsoe kicks to Butler. A three-pointer off the mark.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
To the inside. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits.
Bucks foul ball. Number 6. That's his second personal foul.
Bucks on defense. Bledsoe passes to Butler. Back to Bledsoe. The rebound by the Bucks.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
Butler at the elbow. Shoots from 12. Portland again missing. Bucks trailed by 8. Feeds it to Young. He kicks to Williams. They set the screen. Just 5 to shoot. Leaves the dishes to Williams. And he gets it to go.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
And Bledsoe, here we go. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Bucks are a strong team last year at home to start the year, certainly. The whole league was marveling at their start. Much improved, Greg, from the season before, but fell off, Greg, a touch late in the season.
And, Kevin, credit Jason Kidd. I mean, he got this team off to that great start, particularly at home, and they built some confidence, and that helped propel them into the playoffs. Sad to say they were still near the bottom of the league, though, in attendance.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
Yeah, the Bucks ended, guys, with a 23-18 record at home. Really impressive for a young team. They didn't have the largest margin of victory because they won a lot of close games here at the Bradley Center.
A different look now for Portland. Vonleh comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Hezonja in for Lance Stevenson. Lillard from outside. Cannot hit. Some solid defense from Butler.
And one thing that made the Bucks so strong at home was their three-pointers. Near the top in three-point percentage here at home. And easy to get the crowd into it when you knock a couple down from deep.
Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers.
You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
I tell you what, guys, I don't care what the score is. That's the play we're going to remember when this game is over.
Pulls it up. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That's foul number 2 for him. Bucks trailed by 6. Now here's Lillard. He feeds it to Monroe. The pass to Plumlee. The dish to Ingles. Lillard with it. Eric Bledsoe covering.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boys.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Lillard from deep three-point range. The long distance 3 is buried.
about confidence to pull up from out there. And what skill to knock it down. That's major league there, folks.
Yeah, no doubt about his toes on that one. He was way back.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth. Right around 46-47%. Here's Ingles. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Now just a 2-point Trailblazer lead.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Let's face it, the defense is a step slow. You've got to take away the airspace.
I really thought they did a better job, a much better job of getting it inside in the first half. They got to get back to throwing it in the paint more here in the second.
Got a hand on it. And the block shot turns into a shooting foul. So the defensive effort there a bit too much, as the officials will send him to the line, and he'll shoot some free throws. And the first one drops.
You look at what Lillard has done so far. He has 14 points, and he's created a lot of chances for his teammates also.
And Clark, some of those assists that he's gotten today have been just electric.
Parker's checked in for Miles Plumlee. Portland also making some changes. Griffin comes in for Vonleh. And it's Pierce in for Hezonja. Griffin kicks to Bledsoe. From the baseline. Damian Lillard grabs the loose ball.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag.
And good off the lead pass that time.
And they'll be counting on even more points from him. That's essential if they're going to pull this game out.
Bledsoe again to Lillard. Well, they're passing to Bledsoe. Back to Butler. Tries from 10. And he nails the jumper. And the Trailblazers lead by 3. Milwaukee's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Butler again. It's Lillard. Parker drives in. And he gets it to go. Parker's got 20.
I mean, you never expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
Bledsoe again. It's Lillard. Griffin dishes to Bledsoe. Pierce, the open look. It's not going to go for him. It's his 6th miss. He's 5 for 11. And Lillard gets double teamed. And that misses. That would have put him up.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
To the wing on the left. Left side, Griffin. The shot from 20 feet away. Hits the front of the rim and out. Pass to Parker. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
They don't get any bigger than that basket.
They needed it, Greg, and he gave it to them.
Lillard again. It's Bledsoe. This is to Griffin. Can't cash in.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Timeout called. The Bucks. They're down by 1. 1 second left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
They can grab the win here if they knock down the shot. With under 2 seconds remaining, that's enough time to catch maybe one dribble and then get it up in the air. It's obviously a make-or-break situation.
Here's Parker. It falls!
Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. What's your take, guys?
They barely have enough time to catch the ball and shoot it before time runs out. If they can make the shot, they win. If they miss, game over.
Will count. The tagger. He drills the game winner.
Oh, and he wins it at the buzzer.
Wow, what a finish. What a remarkable way to close it out. Game time.
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with